You're in a casino, but there's no blackjack, no martinis, no James Bond, just slot machines printing out your worst decisions. The dealer, that's you. Or more specifically, your brain, running the table with house rules, except every game is rigged and you still keep playing. Not because you're stupid, because your brain is brilliantly stupid. See, this thing in your skull is 600 million years old. A meat computer coded by ancient fish, later modified by apes, and finally beta tested by cavemen who thought thunder was God-throwing furniture. It's fast, it's powerful. It kept your ancestors alive long enough to invent TikTok, but it runs on bugs, glitches, shortcuts. We call these bugs biases, mental speedruns your brain does to save time, even if it means skipping logic, context, or reality entirely. They're not flaws. They're features, evolutionary mods that helped you survive the wilderness, and now make you think the $8 latte is a steal because the first one you saw was $12. So today, we're hacking the source code. We're diving into the dumbest, weirdest, most persistent psychological biases, the ones that screw you over daily, and why your brain keeps trusting them like they're gospel. Welcome to the casino of cognition, and may the odds never be in your favor. 1. The anchoring bias. The price is always wrong. You're shopping. First jacket you see, $500. Second one, $200. And suddenly, $200 feels like a bargain, like you just pulled off a heist at Nordstrom. That's not logic. That's anchoring. Your brain grabbing the first number it sees and using it as a baseline, even if it's completely made up. Marketers weaponize this. It's why originally $1,999, now only $799, makes you feel like you saved money instead of just getting less robbed. It happens everywhere. Yes, from house prices to charity donations to negotiating your salary. Your brain treats the first number like a divine suggestion and reorders reality around it. You're not calculating value. You're reacting to proximity. It's the mental equivalent of dating someone terrible and suddenly thinking, at least this next person doesn't collect teeth. How do you fight it? You notice it. That's it. The next time a price feels like a steal, ask yourself, compared to what? And if the only answer is the last number I saw, congrats, you just spotted the anchor. 2. Confirmation bias, your brain's personalized algorithm. You Google, is coffee healthy? You ignore 12 balanced articles and click the one that says, coffee cures sadness and taxes. That's confirmation bias. Your brain's version of a YouTube algorithm auto-playing only the opinions you already agree with. It's not looking for truth, it's looking for comfort. Validation. Back in the caveman patch, this made sense. Agreeing with the tribe meant survival. Disagreeing meant exile and becoming saber-tooth sushi. Now, it just means your brain filters reality through a funhouse mirror where you're always right and everyone else is an idiot on Reddit. It's why conspiracy theories thrive. Why political fights feel like boss battles with no health bars. Why every debate devolves into people yelling facts at each other like Pokemon moves. I choose study from 2016. The glitch isn't that people are dumb, it's that they're smart, but selectively. Like a lawyer who only calls witnesses that help their case. You want truth? You'll have to earn it. Actively seek disconfirming evidence. Argue against yourself. Treat your own opinion like a suspect in a crime drama. Because if you don't, your brain will keep curating your reality until you're living in a museum of your own thoughts. 3. The Dunning-Kruger Effect, confidence without competence. You've been playing guitar for a week. You learn 3 chords and suddenly you're basically Hendrix. Welcome to the Dunning-Kruger Effect, the mental glitch where the less you know, the more confident you feel, because you don't know enough to realize what you don't know. It's like giving a toddler a sword and watching them charge into battle screaming, "I got this." The irony? The more you learn, the more imposter syndrome creeps in. Experts second guess. Beginners boldly launch YouTube tutorials. And your brain loves this. Overconfidence feels good. Certainty is comforting. But here's the twist. Dunning-Kruger isn't just about individuals, it's a group debuff. In every meeting, every group chat, every team project, someone's misjudging their own stats. The real danger? People mistaking charisma for competence. If someone sounds confident, we assume they know something. Spoiler, they often don't. They're just louder. So next time you hear someone say, "Trust me, I've got this," ask, how do they know that? And more importantly, do they actually? Because knowing you're wrong is scary, but not knowing you're wrong, that's deadly. 4. The availability heuristic. What you see is all you fear. You're more scared of plane crashes than slipping in the shower. which is wild because statistically, the shower's coming for you first. This is the availability heuristic. Your brain's tendency to think things are more likely if they're easier to remember. Dramatic, vivid, emotionally charged, your brain flags it as probable. It doesn't care about numbers. It cares about narratives, about headlines and horror stories and the time your aunt forwarded that one article from 2007. Shark attacks, terrorism, lightning strikes, all rare, all terrifying, all top of mind because they look like danger. Meanwhile, heart disease is just quietly soloing the leaderboard. And here's where it gets dangerous. Policy decisions, courtroom judgments, even your daily anxiety, shaped by what feels familiar, not what's true. So what do? Stop trusting your gut on frequency. Check the data, question the drama, and next time you're panicking over turbulence on a plane, remember, you statistically survived getting to the airport. 5. The sunk cost fallacy, trapped in a bad quest line. You're 5 seasons deep into a terrible show. The plot's trash, the characters are cardboard, and the writers gave up 2 cliffhangers ago. But you won't stop watching. Why? Because you already spent so much time on it. That's the sunk cost fallacy. Your brain's refusal to abandon a losing strategy because of how much you've already invested. You do it with TV, with relationships, with degrees you hate, and jobs that drain your soul. It's like saying, this hole I'm in cost me $1,000 to dig. The logic is backwards. The past investment is gone. What matters is the future cost. But your brain treats quitting like failure and doubling down like grit. Capitalism eats this up. Ever kept using a subscription you don't enjoy just because you paid for the year? Yeah, that's not loyalty. That's a mental bug dressed like responsibility. So here's your cheat code. Every moment is a new decision point. Forget the hours, dollars, and emotional XP you burned getting here. If it sucks, exit the quest line. Even if you spent 10,000 coins unlocking it. Bonus level, illusory superiority, the not me glitch. You're watching this thinking, wow, people are so biased. Congratulations, you've just triggered the final trap card. Illusory superiority, the belief that everyone else is dumb, delusional, and probably eating glue, while you are the exception. You rate yourself above average at driving, intelligence, attractiveness, statistically impossible unless you're starring in your own simulation. This bias is why everyone thinks they're the voice of reason in the group chat, the logical one, the one who does their own research. Your brain is so confident in your own objectivity that it builds blind spots into your personality and puts LED lights around them. The most dangerous part? The smarter you are, the worse this gets, because intelligence just gives you better tools to defend your bad ideas. So, what's the fix? Easy. Assume you're wrong, constantly. Hold your beliefs like rented tools, useful but not sacred. Because the moment you say, not me, the bias has already won. So let's recap. Your brain is a casino, your thoughts are rigged, and you've been confidently wrong since puberty. Anchoring makes you trust price tags. Confirmation bias turns Google into a mirror. Dunning-Kruger hands swords to toddlers. The availability heuristic makes you fear sharks instead of cholesterol. Sunk cost keeps you in jobs, shows, and relationships you should have rage quit seasons ago. And illusory superiority makes you think this video was for other people. Here's the twist. These biases aren't bugs. They're features, designed for survival, not truth. Your brain's job is to keep you alive, not accurate. But if you know the patterns, if you can see the code, you can sign up. You can start to resist the scripts. You can pause before anchoring, double-check your certainty, exit bad quests early, and maybe, just maybe, start thinking your thoughts aren't the final boss. Your brain is old software, you are the patch.